ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धरस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। Hare Krishna. This is a story of a disciple who inquires the secret of success from his guru. So when the disciple asks the guru, "My dear spiritual master, can you please kindly tell how is it that when you speak, so many people, millions of people, get touched by your lectures, get transformed by your conduct, your behavior? When you write anything that is the best of the wisdoms which everyone loves to hear. When you relate with anyone, people fall in love with you. What is that, oh spiritual master, that makes your words, your writings, your actions, your every conduct so powerful? What is the secret of your success?" The guru smiled and he said to the disciple, "My dear disciple, you do one thing. You want to know the secret of my success? Why don't you follow me for the next 3 months? You follow me, you be with me for the next entire 3 months and keep watching whatever I am doing, how I am doing, and try to observe me. And by observing me, you can try to learn the secret of my success." So the disciple was very thankful to the guru that yes, so I have got an opportunity to actually watch him closely for 3 months and figure out what the secret of success is. The disciple travels with the guru wherever he goes and he observes every lecture of the guru. Whenever he sits for writing his books, he observes how he writes. And through all these observations, the disciple became more baffled. And the reason was the disciple could not find anything extraordinarily unique or anything out of the box or anything which was something worth making him different from what the disciples used to do. So after 3 months, the disciple went to the guru and said, "My dear spiritual master, I am more baffled now. Because earlier I thought that you have some special power, something out of the box which makes you do all these things miraculously. All your words and your actions and your writings become so empowered because of that special factor. But I am unable to find any special factor in your life. I see that every day you get up at the same time. Every day after getting up, you take bath in the same way. After taking bath, you do your morning meditation for 3 hours or so. After completing that, you give a discourse to all your disciples. After giving that, you take little food, and after that, you start meeting your other disciples. You start traveling around and preaching. And when the evening time comes, you do your own sadhana, you read scriptures, and then you sit for writing your books, and then you take rest, and then again you get up and again you do this. So for the last 3 months, I have been observing that you are doing the same thing every day at the same time, and that's all. I have not seen anything out of the box what you are doing." And the guru immediately said, "Exactly, this is what I wanted to tell you. This is what I wanted you to figure out, that there is nothing out of the box required for success. It is all a matter of consistency." So I have been doing these simple practices, what my guru taught, my morning meditation, my morning giving discourses, then my own sadhana of reading scriptures, then my writing of books, and my meetings, whatever I have been taught by my guru, I have faithfully followed it, and not just one day or 2 days, but consistently over the last 5 decades. Now it has been more than 50 years that I have been consistently following it. And that is why you see so much power in each and every action, each and every word I speak, each and every word I write. A very famous author said, winners don't do different things, they do things differently. So Tony Gaskin, he says, consistency is the key. If you can't be consistent, then you can't be anything. Recently, I heard in a presentation that the ingredient of talent is cooked into the recipe of success on the flame of discipline. Until and unless each one of us become disciplined and consistent in our life, we follow a proper schedule, we cannot expect good results. Consistent actions creates consistent results. Don't underestimate the power of consistency. The same concept is there in the Gita. In this very beautiful shloka, 6.17, 6th chapter, 17th verse. I'll recite the shloka 3 times. Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta swapnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkhaha युक्ताहार विहारस्य युक्त चेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्त स्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः युक्ताहार विहारस्य युक्त चेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्त स्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः. So the Gita says, Yukta Ahar. We have to be regulated in our Ahar, in our eating. Yukta Vihar. In our recreation, we have to be regulated. Yukta Cheshtasya Karmasu. In our activities, in our duties, in our daily activities, we need to be regulated. And Yukta Swapnava Bodhasya. And also in our sleeping, we should be regulated. So it says, he who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation, and work can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. So according to Ayurveda, the night sleep from 9 to 12 is equivalent to 3 hours of sleep is equivalent to 6 hours of sleep. Like each hour gives a effect of 2 hours. And 12 to 3 is equivalent to each hour 1 hour of sleep, like 3 hours equal to 3 hours. And from 3 to 6 in the morning, which is considered Brahma Muhurta time, in that sleeping gives us each hour equivalent to half an hour of sleep. So 3 hours equal to 1.5 hours. So this body is running as a biological clock. So if we align it with scriptures, if we are regulated in our practices, if we are consistent in our chanting, in our meditation, then we see that slowly and slowly we can master over ourselves.